Hello, everyone. Let's start a new chapter. And last 2 weeks we discussed uh, two systems related to the unit number 6. That is digestive system and the respiratory system. This video is about the excretory system, excretion or excretory system. First, we have to define or find what is called this excretion. Excretion means removal of waste matters. This is a simple fact. In previous grades we have studied this, and I have to remind this today. Then today I don't have my microphone, therefore there will be some background noises as well as my voice will not be much clear to you. If so, please increase the volume and watch the video. And just for this week it will happen, please tolerate it. Excretion, removal of waste matters. Waste matters, what are called waste matters? Waste matters are some things produced in our body which can be harmful things or excess things. If something is excess, that also can be called a waste matter, right? And how do waste matters are produced? They are produced by processes called metabolic processes. Metabolic processes. Metabolism or metabolic processes means the body processes take place in our body, just like respiration, or maybe the digestion processes. Some breaking down proteins. It's called pyretic cycles, or such ways. We know only one, that is the respiration. We know that one. And cellular respiration is a metabolic process. And as a result of metabolic process, energies or something's released out, and also some byproducts produced from this. Byproducts. And metabolic processes produces main products, or maybe main energies or some things, main products, and also that produces some byproducts. The byproducts should be thrown out from the body. Main products will stay here. That byproducts can be harmful products, or if they are not harmful, sometimes they can be excess to our body, excess substances. So these extra amounts also should be removed out from the body. Therefore, excretion is the process of removal of these waste matters, or also we can call them as excretory matters. We can remove the excretory matters produced by the metabolic processes. How can we release them out? There are three main organs in our body which releases them out. These excretory matters are not only the liquid or solid matters, that can be gases also. Carbon dioxide is a gas. It's a harmful or useless gas. We should remove them out from our body. But we don't remove carbon dioxide from urinary system. Therefore, we remove carbon dioxide from our lungs. Lungs belong to respiratory system, but it does excretory function. It does excretory function as well. That means when you remove carbon dioxide from the lungs, through the lungs, it is an excretory function, removal of waste matter. Then waste matters can be removed by three main methods. One by lungs, other one by skin. The third one is by kidneys. Kidney is the main dedicated organ for the excretion. But these three organs are the main organs that do this excretory process. Lungs remove carbon dioxide and water vapor, water gas state. Skin removes water, mainly water, some salts, and urea. Urea is the main nitrogenous byproduct produced in our body. Kidney removes water, more than 90% of the urine is water, and the urea, mainly that too, and salts, creatinine, ammonia, or number of other waste matters are removed out from the kidney. Then, uh, how do they remove actually? Lungs remove them as exhale air. Exhale. And skin remove them as sweat. The products leaving from the skin is sweat. Kidneys remove it as urine. So the waste matters are removed from these organs by different forms, as exhale air, as sweat, and as urine. Right, this lesson is mainly focusing the system that contains kidneys, the urinary system. Let's learn about the urinary system, and I have uploaded the note. You can see this information or the details in the note, so refer them and write this down. Let's move on to the excretory system, purely adapted for the excretion. Let me show you kind of image of excretory system. 1 minute till I find that. Was there, and so this is the excretory system, and let's learn the parts of this excretory system. I will label them first. These are kidneys, right? They are the, I think it is not clear enough to us. Wait till I'll explain, or I will just explain using this one, and I will roughly draw it on the whiteboard. That is the easiest method. So here you can see two kidneys, and these tubes are called ureters. They are coming to common bladder or a kind of bag like structure, and that is the urinary bladder, and blood vessels are associated with this, and the urine passes out from the urinary bladder through urethra. See this further. Two kidneys, blood coming and enter into the kidneys through the arteries. This is the aorta, this is renal artery, and blood take back from the kidneys by veins. This is a vein, and it is the inferior vena cava. It's going up, and these are two tubes, tiny tubes. These tubes are known as the ureters. Ureters collect urine and bringing it to the urinary bladder. Urine temporarily stored in this urinary bladder. Finally, it will pass out through the urethra. And those are the parts of the urinary system. Let's label them, and a label diagram can be drawn here. Then I have uploaded the image also. If you have facilities to print, take a printout and paste them. So look at this. This is how we can roughly name them. Two kidneys, they are bean seed shape, located in the back side of the abdominal cavity. When you keep your fingers like this, then the hands like that, your thumbs pointing the area where the kidneys are located. Then the two tubes coming here, collecting to the bladder, urinary bladder. This is the urethra. And also we can see the blood supply here. Red vessels are used to indicate the arteries supply, and to the veins they are collected back, and veins go up, or the blood goes through the up, and the arteries bring blood in. Then names of these parts: kidney, this is ureter, this is urinary bladder, this is urethra. Those are the parts of our urinary system. This vessel is renal artery. This is renal vein. Renal artery and renal vein. Okay. Then you know the parts of the urinary system. The main organ of the urinary system is this one. This is the kidney. Kidneys are bean seed shape as I mentioned, but the size is around the size of our hand or the palm. Little bit smaller than this. You can see your palm and just guess the size of your kidney. And kidneys are properly adapted for the filtration process. Kidney filtration is an advanced thing. Kidneys are made of tiny tubules. Now let's learn the parts of kidney, or the components of a kidney. This, and again I will show you an image of the diagram of kidney. Here it is. It's nicely visible here, the size and the shape of the kidney here. And if you see this one, now you can see a cross section of kidney. Can you see a region, outer region here? This region is called cortex. This is the medulla part, inside part. These are pyramids. These ones are known as pyramids. And the basic structural unit of kidney is placed in this. Then there is a common passage here. This common passage is called renal pelvis, and urine collected into this traveling through the ureters. Blood vessels here, the blood vessels supply blood into this, and now you can see the whole thing here. This is how a kidney looks like, and if I highlight particular zones, this is 1 minute. So we can see a zone please. Right. Then this zone is the cortex, and this is the medulla zone. This is renal pelvis, and the urine filter out through the ureter. Okay, parts of a kidney. Outer zone, cortex. Inner zone, medulla. These structures, like the pyramid like ones, they are the pyramids. And this is the renal pelvis. Finally, blood leaves out through ureters. parts of the kidney. There is a diagram in the note. You can check that out and draw or take a photocopy and paste it. Then we will come to the most important part of this lesson, most important section of the lesson. It is the kidney filtration process. Kidney filtration can be just described as a kind of sweeping process in our house. Why did I say it? Sweeping, through the sweeping we remove the wastes, right? Imagine that you are, right? Probably you are not sweeping your houses. If so, just think that you are sweeping the house. You sweep the house to remove the waste. But you can do this one. Ask others that I am going to sweep, other members of the family, and ask them to be prepared. Sometimes I will sweep the necessary things of you or the important things for you. Therefore, you should not care about anything that is on the floor. You can sweep anything. But if your stuff, imagine if your pen has dropped in the floor, you will take the pen and keep and sweep others. If your brothers or sisters erasers stay here, don't care about that, you can sweep. If an electricity bill is fallen, you can sweep it out. If a spoon has fallen, you can sweep. They are not belongs to you. You are sweeping the house and you have taken your own thing. Then other members of the family, as I said, that you have to ask them to be prepared. I am going to sweep the things. So your mother, if your mother see that you are sweeping the spoon, she will collect the spoon or take the spoon, and sometimes she will punish from the same spoon, but she collects her spoon. If your father saws that you are sweeping the electricity bill, he will take the electricity bill. And if your sister or brother sees that his or her eraser is coming, sweeping with you, sweeping by you, then he or she will collect it. People take their own things, and other things are not needed for anyone in your house. If all the members are taken their important things, the remaining is the whole waste in your house. Okay, then the process is this: you are sweeping necessary, unnecessary, everything, but not your things. You are keeping your things with you. Then others collecting their things, important things, will be taken. Then the remaining rest is the waste. If a broken pencil is swept by you, pencils are important things, but broken ones are useless. If it is a good one, somebody will take it. The broken one will throw away. Finally, at the doorstep, someone can put a kind of rubbish piece of paper or something. No matter with it. At the doorstep, it is thrown into the dirt that you are sweeping. Right? Now I said three steps. Actually, with that simple story, I explained the 3 steps of the kidney filtration. Right? Start like this. Kidney filtration occurs in small units called nephron. Small units called nephron. So blood comes to the nephron to clean out. Blood brings waste matters. Blood is just like you who are sending the things. Now the things in the blood will be taken into the filter out from it. Blood itself will keep the components of blood with it. Just like that, you have kept your things, your stuff with you. Blood removes each and every necessary, unnecessary, everything into the second tube. It occurs at the place called nephron. This is called ultrafiltration. Ultrafiltration. It filtration. Then thereafter it will run through tubes, set of tubes. This blood will come back to collect necessary things again, right? And it will run around this to collect the necessary things. It is called selective reabsorption. Just like the people who took their own things, you throwed up necessary, unnecessary, everything excepting your stuffs. Blood will keep blood components, the blood cells, blood proteins with it. Others will be thrown out. So other important things will be taken back, just like glucose, amino acids. They will be glucose and amino acids. They will be reabsorbed by 100%. Some necessary salts, necessary vitamins, medicines, a lot of important things they are in the blood should be taken back into this tube. It is called selective reabsorption. Second step is selective reabsorption. Selective reabsorption. Selectively take back. Finally, I told someone can throw their waste at the doorstep. When finally the filtration comes out from this is urine, then to the urine someone can throw them out. Throw some waste, just like vitamins or salts we can release further to balance the ions in our body, or to balance the chemical, or to maintain the chemical balance in our body. Therefore, final part is the secretion. Secretion means removal of the excess matters further. Now let's compare this process and the sweeping process. At the beginning, blood kept its own things and removed everything. For sweeping, you keep your things and send the test. People stay several places and collect the important things like glucose, amino acids, salt, minerals, vitamins, and they are taken back. Finally, at the doorstep, some materials which are missed out can be thrown away. That is the secretion. So the kidney filtration goes under three main steps: ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption, and secretion process. I will show you an animation. When you watch the animation, you can nicely see how this process takes place. Then the blood vessels. Before that, I will show the structure of the nephron, which is adapted to perform this function. First, let's see the structure of the nephron. Here you can see the structure of nephron. I said the blood enters in, this is called glomerulus. This is the Bowman's capsule, this cup-like shape. Blood comes through afferent arteriole. Blood leaves through efferent arteriole. Then blood will return back, and it runs around these tubules. These are called the proximal and the distal convoluted tubes. The one which is close to the Bowman's capsule is proximal convoluted tube, one which is away from the uh, Bowman's capsule is distal convoluted tube. This loop-like part is particular part, it is called Henle's loop. Most of salts are reabsorbed here. Finally tube convoluting here and finally it comes to this place. This is the collecting tube. Number of nephrons are connecting to this. Number of nephrons connecting. Finally urine will be filtered out. Again let's see the overall picture. Now you can see the overall picture. Blood enters from this. Again blood leaves and running around these tubules. Running around the tubules to collect the necessary things. Finally, the urine will remain here in the tube. Important things will be reabsorbed into the blood. That blood will comes back and connect with the vein. So this is the nephron structure. It is the best time to watch the video now. Here is the video. You can see it on the screen. Let's watch it. While watching, I'll explain it. Here are the kidneys and this is the nephron. So to make the understanding or to make the understanding clear, it is just taken as simple animation here. Then you can see the blood running through this and the things filter out through the glomerular capillaries. Bowman's capsule is the outer cup-like part. Then their structures are the renal tubules. This is the proximal convoluted tube. Proximal convoluted tube. And glucose and amino acids are reabsorbed by 100% in this place. 100% of glucose, amino acids will be reabsorbed. Some vitamins, some water, some sodium, chlorides and bicarbonate, potassium and different things are reabsorbed at that site. Then peritubular capillaries or vasa recta. Those capillaries are running around the tubules to take them back. Then loops of Henle. Mainly the salt and iron balance occur in the loop of Henle. It balances the ions. And you can nicely see this number of particles at the beginning of the tube is higher, but that is gradually decreasing when it is coming or running through that. You can consider the outside as the distal outside as that vasa recta or the blood capillaries, and everything which is leaving from that, which are leaving from this, will be reabsorbed into the blood. Now the salts balanced at the loop of Henle and necessary things exchanging further. Little secretion also occur at this time, but the secretion mainly take place here. You can see this, how it is get back into the blood. Important things will be taken back. Distal convoluted tube, at this place mainly secretion take place. Can you see that? Some ammonia, uric acid or hydrogen ions, remaining substances and medicines also, if they are excess, they also send into this. Finally that urine will be collected through the collecting tube. The ADH or the antidiuretic hormone is the hormone which controls this process, and that is what we need to know about the kidney filtration process. So these are the steps. This is the ultrafiltration, this is the reabsorption, selective reabsorption. Here it's occur selective reabsorption. Finally this is the secretion. Look at the secretion part. This is the secretion. Then secretion occur in the distal convoluted tube and the collective tube. And with this animation we can nicely understand the process. I think you saw how those materials exchange or the finally filter out, and how does the urine forms at the end. In the note provided with the PDF, I have included note about the ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption, and the secretion part. Composition of urine and the diseases associated with the urine. See that section also. Composition of urine. Urine is mainly made of water. If you take it as a pie chart here, 96% of urine is water. Rest is 4%. Out of this 4%, about 2% is urea. The other 2% is salts and other substances. Salts, creatinine, uric acid and all other substances take about 2%. Maintaining this composition is very important. If you drink less water, or if you just take lack of water, definitely the water content will drop. 96% will decrease. Then this concentration increases. When the concentration increases, that can damage our kidneys. There are a number of diseases associated with the kidneys. Renal failure is the first one. Renal failure can occur due to infection in the kidney, or maybe due to taking heavy metals, right? Or taking more salt, or maybe taking more calcium rich food, and long-term medicines can lead the renal failure. What is renal failure? Renal failure. What is renal failure? It occurs due to this. The nephron tubules, there are millions of nephrons in our kidney. They are really tiny, right? Inside these small tubules, some damages or infections can occur. Sometimes they will swell. Swelling means inflammation. They will swell. So rarely they can swell with this one. Then in this case, the filtration process will be disturbed. Especially it damages the cup-like part and the glomerulus part. When glomerulus is damaged, the ultrafiltration will not take place. Gradually, the kidney will fail to filter the urine properly. When it is decreasing gradually, then something happens. When the rate of the urine secretion decreasing, then kidney will start to die gradually. Then the filtration will decrease. This is one problem, comes with bacterial viral infection, mainly due to our habits. If you drink more water, you can resolve this problem, because if you flush out these tubes by having more water, the tubes will be cleaned up, so the chance for renal failure can be decreased. Second problem is stone formation. Stones occur due to taking or the consumption of calcium rich food. Calcium ions usually exist in our body, calcium ions. But when the concentration of the calcium ions increase, then something happens. When concentration increasing, they start to nucleation means they just start to attach with nucleation, or start to attach with the oxalic acid or the substance called oxalic. Then they form small stones called, or the crystals called crystals. Tiny crystals will form. Those crystals are the calcium oxalate crystals. Calcium oxalate. Tiny crystals. The next part is the most dangerous one. If you drink more water at this stage, there's no problem. These tiny crystals can wash out through the tubes and remove. Most dangerous instance is if you are not drinking enough water at this stage, but still if you are still you are continuing taking more calcium to the body, then this number of these crystals increase and they will start to aggregate. Aggregate means attach each other. When they are attaching, their size increases. So finally they form into the stones. That stones can completely block these tubules. Sometimes they will block the ureter. Ureter will block. So when passing urine, the pain comes. Sometimes the pain feels as the pain in the back. People apply balms and other things by thinking it as a muscle pain. But if it is last long, you have to meet a doctor and check your kidneys. It can be the first sign of the renal failure. What is, if it is the first sign or it is the last result of the kidney failure? Last results means completely kidney will damage, or final result is you will need a surgery to remove this out. Not kidney failure, I mean the stones through a surgery, or sometimes lithotripsy. There's a special device. We learned about the lithotripsy under the waves lesson. Using lithotripsy, we have to break that into pieces and remove it. So the best thing is prevention. We all know this. Other than taking medicines, prevention is better than cure. Therefore, drink pure water whenever possible and actually take around 1.5 or 2 liters of water daily. Then you can say goodbye to a lot of renal or the kidney associated problems. That's all. This is the whole lesson. I took around 40 minutes to explain this, and I think you should watch it before the Zoom lesson. I will publish that on. I have published that on the WhatsApp group. Then somehow uh, the third system of the systems or the lesson or the unit number 6 is done and dusted. Then let's meet with the Zoom meeting to discuss the problems that you have. You can openly discuss the things that you did not easily grasp with from my lesson. Okay, goodbye everybody. I'm not taking lot more time after this. So have a nice week.